Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the Social Noah.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean Canteen and Beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information, from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm
Yep. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back at it again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This my man Beans.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, it's the Social Norm. We talk to you fellas, make you open your mind a little bit so y'all can be the best y'all can be. And we're going to be talking about a lot of crazy things today because we got another banger for y'all. Today's episode is called Abortion, Right or Wrong. Now, you know what, it's self-explanatory what we're going to be talking about. But we got to actually, before we even get into that, we got a video we're going to watch. We're going to react to it, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the subject. Now, before I go ahead and give y'all the episode, let me go ahead and give you a disclaimer. This is me and Beans' personal opinion. This is not factual. This is not the end-all, be-all. This is not the ultimatum. This is not the your mama said it and I said it differently. It's just how me and Beans see things. We got our opinion. You got yours. We're going to respect them both. You feel me? Now, let's go ahead because I came across this video and it kind of sparks into the topic today because this shit is just out of chain. It's off the chain right now. If this is a real video about this, I couldn't believe it. It's where a girl, she walks in on her mother and her baby daddy doing some messed up stuff. Let's go ahead and watch it.
Your off day, and this is what you do with my mom? Is you serious? I know you fucking lying, and you just sitting there quiet. You ain't got to say, Mom? Really? You ain't got to say.
Really? So you just
No, I don't want to hear that.
Facebook?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on Facebook. I want everybody to see the two is right here. What they doing in my bed? My bed.
I'm still your mother.
I don't care who
So
you
you're
are.
not gonna
Obviously,
figure-
you don't care that I'm your daughter, right?
No,
You over here
don't
sleeping
ain't
with my
treating
baby
me right.
daddy. This my
Don't
baby
cook.
daddy.
You don't clean.
Because I be at
All
work.
day.
I be at work.
You don't.
I
take
be
care
at
of
work.
baby. Like you don't treat him right. What you expect him to do?
You got a whole man and you talk about I don't treat you right?
Oh, girl, come on now.
And look at
Come
you.
on now.
You just laying there in bed, ain't got to say, right? Get your up about my bed. Get the hell out of my house. You too, Mom. Get your and get the out. I don't ever. You gonna get your.
You got me messed
You
up.
gonna get your up on my bed. Get
I'm
the
not
up.
going nowhere.
Get up. You
I'm
get
not
your
going
out.
nowhere. I don't
Call
know
an
what you're
Uber.
talking about.
Call a taxi. Call the train. Get on the fucking bus.
It ain't
I don't give a what you do.
It ain't
Get your up out my bed. Get out my bed.
No more
No, get your up out my bed, out my house. Take your
and right.
no. You talking about me treating my man right? You don't even look at what you do with my man.
Yeah, well,
Really?
You didn't
Really? Get your out.
Right.
Bye. Take.
It was
You know
nice.
what? Better yet,
It was
take them
nice.
drawers off because them
Period.
drawers is mine. Take them
Period.
socks off because I bought that too.
Period.
Get your bum out. I don't give a
Get the camera.
what. No, the camera's all in your face. Take my off because I paid for it. Give me this shirt.
Put it down.
I bought
I'll put
that.
it down.
No, give me my You too. Why you still in my bed though? Why you still in my bed?
I ain't going nowhere.
Give me my phone because I paid for this too. That's my
Why you recording shit?
Girl,
Like, come on, bro. You
I can't
really?
believe
Really?
that.
No, you say really to me, but look at what you doing. Look at what you doing.
Like this, you know what? This should have been kept between our four walls. This ain't for social media, okay?
Oh, just like how you kept this in my room, in my bed, while I'm at work. This is what y'all do behind my back. What?
Did you get along?
Did you? Do you ever? Do you ever though?
I ain't got.
Do you ever? Why you walking away? Don't walk.
Let's go. She can have it. I ain't even making. So let's go.
No, y'all mother. Yeah, right. Go. Y'all can have each other. Go ahead. Bye.
I'm not for the.
Out the door. Bye.
Here and put us on
What you
blast.
trying to stay here for?
This ain't
We
even-
done. You done. You finished. You washed. Bye. Bye. No, leave my phone. This is mine. I pay for the bill.
Can
Give
you-
me my. No.
stop?
Give me my.
You back up?
No. Get
Back
the
up.
out and leave my.
Why
Take
would
off
you
that
do that? Why you
shirt.
doing
Take
that?
off them shorts. Take off
Listen,
them
we
socks.
weren't even doing
That's
You
mine.
wasn't even doing
Y'all
it.
was laying in my bed. What you mean you wasn't doing anything?
She said she wanted to sleep in here, so I let her sleep in here.
You
You
hear
back up
this
with the
lying
fucking-
ass, right? You hear these fucking lies he want to tell? No. You think I'm boo boo the fool in this? No.
Where my
Give me
daughter?
this.
Where my daughter? Where she at?
Why you worried about her now when you was just in bed with her grandma?
There it is. All right.
yo-
Now- oh,
She's still going.
oh no. I restarted it. All right, y'all. So
So many things to be said about that. Okay.
you want to start?
Okay. It just amazes me
Yeah.
how the mother was like, you don't treat him good, right? And this is the pulse of people in America. She goes, you don't treat him good, and she like, and the daughter goes, well, you got a whole man at home, and you talking about I don't treat my man good, and she was like, girl, please, like it's like. It's
Well,
just
that's
the
what-
logic.
Yeah, no. That's where you are delusional in what you're doing, and you're not taking credit on what other people are doing. You're like, okay, don't worry about all that.
Exactly.
Look, first off, somebody said, wow, he nasty. Okay. Now I asked you earlier, who was more in the wrong? The fella, the baby father, or the mother? To me,
Mm-hmm.
they both dead ass wrong.
Oh,
But I
hands
think
down.
the mother is dead wrong because it's like you destroyed your whole child's family in one swift motion to do what? To get some dick? To feel good about yourself? It's like, how fucked up are you to not only destroy your kids' family in life, but your grandkids?
Yeah.
It's like you have no. You can't be a mother. There's no, the nurturing of you is done.
Monster, you would think, even if the mother was tempted, because she is human, not to give her no.
She still
Correct.
tried to throw that sass out there.
She
like,
did.
I'm still your
She
mother.
did. And you would think the bond would be stronger between mother and daughter.
But
You
this,
would think.
well, first off, let me say this: if you catch your mom in the bed with your baby father, you don't say mom no more. Her name, that privilege is gone. Her name is not mom. Her name is her first fucking name.
Deborah, you
Deborah,
got to go.
you gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, what's wrong? Nah, that's not happening. Tanisha, get
But the delusion is real because they were literally she was literally trying to tell her how wrong she was while she
Yeah.
was in the bed.
doing some wrong shit.
We was wrong. So like, no.
But I
no.
love how the dude still kept it like a fuck boy always does.
We wasn't doing that.
He said he said nothing. He just sat there, and then when she started grilling him, he was trying to throw her off. Where's my daughter? What are you worried about? Where your daughter is?
Yeah, don't worry about that now.
We wasn't even doing that. She just wanted to sleep in the bed, so I let her sleep in the bed. She was tired.
Stop.
That's your mother. So
And my thing about that is because I've seen this online. I've seen dudes say this online.
Yeah.
All the time. I want to know the one time that crap actually worked. Like who thought someone was dumb enough to believe that line?
dude, let me just say, remember we was talking about this? I said some people, mainly women, and I'm not saying men don't either, because there's men who will fall victim to fantasy. But some people prefer to rather live in a fake fantasy than accept what the reality is.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Like I remember, and I think we talked about this before, where I knew my friend was getting cheated on by his girlfriend. I tried to bring that to his attention to show him that she's cheating, and he was like, "Ah, that ain't nothing. She lying. That ain't." And he was in denial. So that was a person at that time that wanted to live a fantasy more than accept what the reality was.
His nose was wide open.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Now this is like you can't fake this. This is I see you in the bed with her, like what's going on? She got some damn lingerie shit on. But I just want y'all to see what state we're in America with motherhood and the choices that women are making that's destroying that whole family function.
Him too.
That father, he made a horrible decision off of thinking with his dick and it's like this is my whole thing about it. I ain't saying don't cheat on your girlfriend, your wife, or your baby mama or whatever. I'm saying if you're gonna cheat, there's codes to this. You don't cheat with her mother, dude, or her family. You want to go cheat? Go down the road with the scallywag.
You're not saying don't cheat.
I'm saying if you're going to cheat, cheat with some class. That's all I'm saying. Cheat with some class where at least she could possibly take you back. There's no taking back after you sleep with my mother.
Yeah, there's no.
That's
coming back
it.
from that.
It's over.
And then when the child grow up and wonder why you ain't, well, how come dad don't live with us no more? Ask your grandmother. Like,
oh my God, I know, right? Grandma, why you gonna put that on that boy? He don't need to know all this. Yes, he do. He need to know what type of shit you is and type you. Wait, if your girl mom was Jada Pinkett Smith, would you sleep with her or Halle Berry?
Well, I'm gonna say this: the mom had to look like something for.
That's what I'm saying
to consider.
If she was all right. She wasn't nothing serious. If my girl's mom is Jada Pinkett Smith or Halle Berry, imagine what she looks like. She's a younger Halle Berry.
Yeah,
I don't need her mom.
And I'm gonna do this. If I find myself tempted, and I probably would be if it was Halle Berry, I'm gonna stay away from her.
I'm gonna make sure
I know myself.
I'm not gonna put myself where she's just at the house by herself.
Yeah.
When my girl go, I'm going. I'm gonna go out and do some shit. But you could tell you a fuck boy because he just lingering around the house. She working double shifts, like he just chilling.
She at work. He like, where my daughter at, bro? You don't.
I'm gonna tell you what
you
happened.
don't know.
You know what this was? He was fucking in the house with grandma around. Grandma heard them noises of her getting her back blown out, and grandma said, "I want a little taste of that action."
And here's the thing: that dude got to worry about grandma's boyfriend. If he not,
They're both grandmas.
Yeah, that's true. They are.
Oh, Jada Pinkett and Halle Berry.
Well, I don't know about Jada Pinkett.
Oh, yeah, she got. Well, I don't know about Jada Pinkett either. You're right, but go ahead.
But he got to worry about that other man because when he sees.
Oh, you mean grandma's man?
Man, like if he not.
I mean,
he gotta see that dude coming.
I just don't understand how far. And then the worst part about this whole video was what color were they? They were. Well, I gotta go there because I gotta go there. I'm saying, us black folks, look how far we have fallen from the family dynamic to where this bullshit. And I hate to say this, but that's some shit I feel like white folks would be doing. I ain't expecting us to do this shit, but that's how far we fallen. And I'm not saying.
I think what it is
incest is all around. And I was like, okay, we always in America, let's be real. When we think of incest, we think of some damn hillbilly white people.
Because that's what
they
did back then.
Okay, but now I'm saying is, what is she thinking? Let's say they had sex and she get pregnant. Now your daughter's baby father is your father is your baby father too?
And your sister is your auntie now,
This is why this is why we made this is why we did an episode called
right?
What Parents Do Fuck Their Kids Up.
Yeah, your sister is your auntie.
Wait, white people sleep with their own and don't care? Where you been at? No.
Oh
He
man.
said I would for the bag.
I mean, he said he would for the bag.
Oh, he's talking about sleeping with Halle Berry.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. You do it for free. Stop playing. Stop trying to act like you would do it for
I
the
mean,
bag.
it's a bit of a double-edged sword because one would say, "Listen, you should have kept that in house." Like I said, that's what I mean by double-edged sword. Like
Look,
when I say keep it in the house, is deal with it. But
I'm
don't,
sorry.
Don't put it online.
I'm sorry,
However,
when you're a woman, when they're a woman and she sees anybody, fuck a woman. When you're a person and you get hit with something this hard, where you're not only you're getting betrayed by your mother, who's supposed to be your number one fan, but your baby daddy who you love. So it's like a double hit. She's gonna be fucked up for life. She is never gonna trust nobody ever again.
yeah, that's
And this leads us into our topic, abortion. Because at this point, this woman, what she's done, is she even fit to be a mother? And I'm not saying the woman who got cheated on. I'm talking about the mother who's doing this nonsense. Yesterday I went to a little get together and we got into the topic of abortion because of the whole what's the damn
Roe versus Wade.
Roe versus Wade. We all sitting around trying to decide where's this country going? Is it going to be a place where we have our rights or a place where we don't have our rights? I want y'all right now, go ahead, hit that like, man, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know what it is. Right now, go and do that before we even get into it. And then if you want to go ahead and call into the show, you see the number 716-218-9317. Give us your opinion on the matter. Do you think abortion is right or wrong? And do you feel that the way America is going about it, is this the right thing to do? Should we uphold abortion laws, or should we, say that they're illegal? I have my own view on it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, Beans, you have yours.
I do.
So go ahead. Let me know what you think about it.
My thing is, me personally, I got two thoughts on this. One, I don't believe in it personally, me personally. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't, and by any means, I'm not a woman, obviously. I don't identify as one, but I don't think I could make that choice to, terminate a life.
Okay.
I don't think I could do it. Secondly, I do think the government did handle it well. If my information is right, they're letting the states decide
Yes.
how to do it, and I think that's
now it's not. It's federally illegal to commit abortion.
okay.
So now the states, I think, they took away the ruling, so it's open to the states. If they want to make it illegal, they make it illegal. If they don't, they don't. A lot of states have had illegal abortion rights, but because of the federal government, it made it where anybody could, go anywhere and do their thing, I believe. But this is my opinion. I got in a heated argument yesterday with two of my friends.
Okay.
And I believe killing is killing. I believe that we try to justify and use different wording to make it sound and feel better to ourselves. But the reality is killing is killing. We try to use terminate, abort, all these different terms to just say, look, the real term is we killing. And we justified it because they say my body, my choice, right?
Yeah.
But is it my whole thing is this: we put in place, you have a choice to have sex or don't have sex. You have a choice to use protection or don't use protection. all those choices you have failed to do, which led to you being being pregnant. Now, we all understand there are some crazy extreme scenarios where, rape and things like that. But for the most part, that's a small portion. It's probably like, I don't even know. I can't believe it was no more than maybe 3% of people who actually get pregnant from rape versus the rest of us who are just making irresponsible choices. Right?
Yeah, I don't know the percentage, but
I mean, it's got to be small. And I'm gonna look that up while I'm talking. But for me, I'm just saying, I feel with all the choices that you refuse to accept, and then you got in that situation, no one's forcing you to have a baby. Yeah, I mean, no one's like, oh, you're getting pregnant. No one's doing that. What they're saying is, after you refuse these choices, this is the result.
so you don't think you should clear abortion off from the board altogether? Like, not even an option.
No, I do believe in extreme circumstances, which is rape, it should be an option.
So it should. So if a female has sex, she got pregnant, she don't want the baby. Too bad. That's yours.
Too bad. Let nature take its course. If you are not supposed to have that baby, you will have a miscarriage. That is the natural way of you not having a child. All this bringing in doctors or two ways. One, rape.
Okay.
Two, your doctor, you have a condition to where the doctor says, look, there's more than a 50 or 75% chance or whatever that you're going to die if you try to have birth. If it's where complications, if by you having this baby, you're going to be susceptible to dying. I can understand them saying, okay, well, let's not do that. But this is what I feel. If you are that type where you cannot have a child because it'll kill you, they need to move to sterilizing you.
Because they can't have kids? Because of complications. Don't you think that is extreme, though?
No, it isn't extreme. And then this is another way. I feel you should be, if you have an abortion more than two times,
this is okay. I know
they should sterilize you. And I'm just gonna be fair for the ladies. For men, if you have 2 kids and you do not take care of them, you should be sterilized.
I think that
will you say it's extreme.
It's very extreme.
100% it's extreme and it's effective.
Well, nobody's getting sterile. Well, no, it's not put into practice yet.
I'm saying it would be effective because now, because if you've had 2, 3, 4, 5 abortions, you've already shown that you cannot make right decisions. You've already shown you're a menace to society.
Okay, let's go back to the one where you said if there's complications, right?
Yes.
What if they find out? Let's say I get this girl pregnant and she has complications, and we sterilize this woman because there are complications.
Yes.
Let's say we break up and I go get another girl pregnant and there's complications. Then they realize it's me.
How the hell wait a minute.
How do you know it's not my sperm?
No. Listen. If they say there's complications for the woman to have a child, that's on her body. It has nothing to do with your sperm or the baby.
I don't know. How you doctor?
I'm telling you, that's how it works.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. The only way it would be complications on the child, if they said the child is gonna possibly not make it or possibly come with some type of disease, not disease, but like a mental retardation or something, then that could be possibly on you. But if they're saying, look, her body is not fit to have a child to where she can live, that's on her. That ain't got nothing to do with your sperm. How do you giving sperm?
I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you threw some bullshit out there. I ain't hearing that shit. You tried to, you good. You try to put it back on the man. Ain't happening. So I'm saying is, if you're a man who doesn't take care of their kids, sterilize them. There's no reason you should have 5, 6, 7, 10, 25 kids and you don't take care of them. Same way, there should be no woman who's out here having 20 abortions. Sterilize her ass.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
if
do
that's
know.
the option. I don't know if that's the
Okay.
correct. I don't know if I agree with
I'm
your
about to
solution.
show-
I
wait,
can't
wait.
say it's not correct.
Oh.
I'll say I don't know if I agree with that. I'll say that.
Give me a better option.
Like
See,
I said,
this is how you do.
I said,
This is
like,
how- fellas.
like I said last time. I'm gonna say it like I said last time.
Go ahead.
Let's say a woman has one kid, she gets an abortion. She has a second kid, she gets another abortion. By that third one,
You done.
you be like, no, you won't have this child.
Oh no,
That's just
no.
gonna be
See,
what it
see,
is.
see, I don't even feel like you should have a child. You should be done. You're not having kids. You're not responsible enough to have to take care of a child.
So take their reproduction right.
Take them all away.
All away.
Yes. Look, let me say right now, if somebody was down the road and and they had a say you was growing up and there was a kid who parents got him a gun, right? And he shot somebody or he shot himself. And then they give him a gun again. And then he shoots himself again. Do you think at some point you probably should take the damn gun away from him?
Of course.
Okay, so what's the difference? Clearly, they've shown they can't be responsible with a gun. So they don't. So you know what you do? You resolve that. You give me that. You're not getting that no more because you don't know how to use it and you don't know how to be responsible with it.
The difference is, okay. Difference is he can get a gun again. The option is still there. You
No.
You sterilize somebody.
This
it's
was a
wrap.
kid. We were saying. I was
I
giving you
know,
an
I'm
example.
just-
He can't get it again because I'm the only one giving it to him.
I know, but but down the line,
It's too late.
as he grows up,
It's too late.
he can get another one.
See what we fail to realize is, and what we don't want to admit to ourselves is, people who do dumb shit usually keep doing dumb shit as they get older. They just do dumber shit. Like, it's very rare that you just see people who just flip and just become just super responsible. Usually it's because somebody had a kid and then that made them responsible. But for the most part, most people still do wild stuff if they've been doing wild stuff. That's what I feel. Like I said, if anybody wants to call in and tell us what you think, you know the number 716-218-9317. Now, I was talking to, like I said, I had a conversation yesterday, and it was with a female and a man. One of them, the man he had been in the foster care system, like works with the foster care system, and he was like, "You don't understand how they be doing these kids." Da, da, da.
Was he a foster child too, or he just?
No, I don't think he was a foster child.
Okay.
I think he just worked for the foster care.
Okay.
And then the other one was a middle-aged woman who has kids, but had them young. Now, she was saying that it's her body. You should be able to choose whatever. And his point was that they don't get the foster care, adopting kids. They don't treat the kids right. I'm saying, this is my opinion.
Okay.
This is what they should do to resolve the whole foster care, kids not, getting treated right. They need to have a purpose, right? These are the unwanted, the kids that nobody wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they? And this might sound real far-fetched.
Go ahead.
But stay with me, y'all.
Go ahead.
Stay with me. Why don't they take all the kids
Mm-hmm.
and put them in a camp and train them, right?
To do what?
To be killers, to be for the military special ops. We could train these people, these kids and they could have a purpose and protect and serve the community. Why? What's wrong with that? I'm saying it gives them a
You
purpose.
serious?
I'm serious. It gives them a purpose, and then like who better? Because think about it. How many movies have we seen? 007, Jason Bourne. All these dudes was adopted. No, nobody wanted them type stuff. They are the perfect type of person be trained to be something.
Here
like
goes
that.
the problem with that. Now,
Go ahead.
we're training to be killers, right?
Well,
soldiers.
I'm gonna say soldiers. Soldier's a better name.
You can't be a soldier. You can't be a soldier forever. What happens when we put them in society?
They won't be. They will be. Well, they will learn to be, like I said, 008, double agents, whatever you want to call them, 007 and shit. And then what's gonna happen is when they retire, if they're not killed, they'll just teach the next generation in the camps.
This really sounds like some
You saying this
Marvel movie.
That's what I'm saying though. It could really work.
So,
and we got so many. I mean, think about it. I'd rather put them towards something constructive, and they can learn and be something then and have a purpose, than just let them run amok and be out on the streets and then they committing crimes and they doing all this bad stuff. I'm just saying, tell me that don't make somewhat of sense.
Giving them a purpose, repurposing them, which sounds messed up, but I get what you're saying.
What do you mean repurposing? They don't have a purpose in the first place yet.
They're kids.
Exactly.
Their purpose are to be kids.
No, hold on. Stop. I understand a kid is gonna be a kid, but there's some kids out there that do have a purpose in the sense that like they're geniuses.
Of course,
or they're what do you call them?
Are the genius kids gonna be soldiers too?
Everybody
in the same boat.
Well, not even that. They'll specialize. You put them through tests and see what they're good at. What some kids will gravitate more towards these. Some kids might gravitate more towards being like farmers and things like that.
You know what this sound like? You ever see the movie Black Widow?
Yes.
That's
exactly what it is.
They did that. I was like, why does sound like some Marvel? They did that to her. They took those kids.
And you think that ain't
and
real?
They sterilized them and they made them killers.
There you go. And that was a great movie.
Yes.
I'm just saying, look, I understand these topics are hard to talk about.
I agree.
And the solutions are going to be even harder.
I agree.
At some point, we have to come up with a solution to resolve the situation. I really would like for one of y'all females to call us in and give us your opinion on the subject of abortion.
So sterilizing people and making them killers.
Well,
soldiers who are potentially trained killers.
But no, they don't have to just be soldiers that kill. You could specialize them. They could be engineers. They could be other things. It's just like kid military. You know what I mean? And then you figure out what.
So they're gonna be soldiers as children. They're gonna be child soldiers.
Yeah. They do it in Africa.
I'm about to say
where
they
do
have,
that,
Joey.
And Africa. I ain't saying they gotta kill. I'm just saying you're training them.
I really think that will damage them more.
Damage them? They're already damaged. Nobody wants them. What are you talking about? How much more damage could they be?
Put them in the army though, as kids, and shoot them. It's like, so listen, and now I know you said specialized. Some of them gonna be some killers. That's just what it is. That's true.
Yeah, there will be some. See, nobody wants to talk about what. This is why I say some people ain't ready for the Matrix. Some people ain't ready to get outside the Matrix. Some people want to still believe this cookie cutter how they see their life, how things move and are. But what they don't want to talk about, they don't want to talk about sex trafficking. They don't want to talk about child being molested. They don't want to talk about none of those things that comes with kids who parents don't want them or are neglecting them. See, they don't want to talk about those things. They want to act like everything's peaches and cream. So I'm saying,
I know everything.
Let's
ain't
put
peaches.
them in somewhere to where the kids can actually become something.
Listen, I'm all for a purpose and giving them purpose.
And not for nothing.
I give
I'm
them that.
sorry, but everybody's like, well, why can't they be, cooks? Why can't they be all? Because you know why? The government ain't gonna fund for kids to grow up to be cooks. They're gonna fund them to be useful for the government.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. Man, let's be realistic about this, y'all.
But in all these movies I've seen,
3 kids and I don't care.
okay,
Of them, snip, snip. Yeah, snip, snip. They gotta go. Somebody said right.
I don't know who that is.
I can look. I'm listening though. Go ahead.
And if we're going off this whole purpose thing, and all these movies I've seen, right?
Yeah.
What always happens to that person who becomes that trained soldier? They go back to where they started, who trained them, and they kill all those people.
Well, that's because
And all of them, even
you know why?
That,
That's because they lie to them and make them believe they're doing something for good, but then they end up doing something for really evil.
even what's that movie we were just talking about?
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Well, he was actually controlling their minds.
I don't know.
By
I
like
really
he had a chip. He had a chip in them to where if they to kill people that without like he was just like remember y'all didn't see Jurassic Park, but they had trained these raptors to where when they put a little laser on somebody, it would just know to attack them.
Well, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm on for solutions.
Now this is where I'm getting at. I'm gonna bring it all home. I believe the reason they overturned Roe versus Wade is because now we are going to see a shift. We're going to see where women are going to be held at the same accountability as men. And what I mean by that is men in America do not have the choice to be fathers after they've had unprotected sex. Once they have spilled their seed, we have no more choice. Women have all the control. They decide if they want to have the kid or don't want to have the kid. So the man does not get to determine if he wants to be a father or he doesn't want to be a father. So, and with that, even if he doesn't want to be in the child's life, they are forced to still be responsible for them through child support. And if they do not pay child support, what happens?
They go to jail.
They go to jail. Now, this is what I'm getting at. Listen to me, y'all. I just want y'all to hear this. Now, women, they are going to hold them accountable for the mistakes they make and not being responsible. So, because they are not allowed to have abortions now, when the woman goes and tries to have those back alley abortions, the illegal abortions, guess what's going to happen? She's going to go to jail. She's going to go to jail. And then what's going to happen is now they're going to hold her accountable like they hold men accountable. And what has been happening in jails lately? Have people been leaving?
Mm-hmm.
They have been sending people out of jail for what reasons? For drug-related, marijuana, things like that. So they have had a decrease in prisoners. So how do they re-up that? They have to find different ways to put people back in prison. This is just transferring what they once did to another section. And I've already said this. They are eventually trying to devalue women. They've already done it in sports with the whole transgender men trying to be a woman and compete against women in all sports. And eventually what's going to happen is all transgender men will be the leading women in sports. They've already started trying to make an incubator to where a child can be impregnated and into an artificial egg, and it will grow outside of the woman. What happens when they have that? There's no need for a woman at that point. If a man can have
they're trying to make an artificial
egg in an artificial womb to where the baby is raised outside the woman's body. So with that, if they were just like the example, if they were to find a way to make artificial sperm to where a man, they don't need a man's sperm no more, they would, in sense, in theory, not really need men.
I get what you're saying.
So I'm saying is, if they can convert men to be women and then have it where they don't need women's womb, what's next? And I'm saying they're holding women accountable now. Once they start holding women accountable like men, the whole facade, the reason women weren't held accountable for like men is because they had that trump card. They can have the child. They birthed the child. You know what I'm saying? That's what they've always done. We've always turned a blind eye towards what women have done in the sense of whatever, not holding them accountable, because we'd always say, oh, well, she's a woman. She's, she has a lot of things going on with her. That's what we would always say that. Now, they're not doing that no more. They're taking the rights away from them.
You're thinking they're doing all this to devalue women.
100%. They're doing it to devalue them, and eventually
phase them out.
They will be sex slaves.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. Look, make it make sense.
I mean, I'll right there with you to the sex slave part.
My thing is this. Think about this. Women, for the most part, let's be real, they don't really, when it comes to building things, they are not like the head of building like streets and houses and
typically women don't do these jobs.
Okay, manual labor shit where it's like actual physical building stuff. So the structure of a society is really based, done by men. Now, yes, the women do nurture and take care of, in the hospitals, the sick, the elderly, the children. So then I just,
So you think it's going to be like that show?
What's that? Yes.
Was it Handmaid's Tale?
Yes.
That's what you think? It's going to be just a male-dominated society?
I've always said the reason they put out shows and movies is to see the reaction of how we're going to deal with it, to slowly implant that seed so we can be like, well, you know what? It ain't that bad.
To
get used to it.
Desensitize us to it.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised if, maybe not now, maybe not 20 years from now, but like 50 to 100 years from now, where it's going to be the lines of women and men are getting very blurred. And when they start taking things away, right?
I do think they are slowly, one by one, taking our rights away as citizens.
See, but this is
I don't think when it comes to like birth, like having babies and stuff, like you said, we men never really had the right.
Well, see, this is the crazy thing that people don't realize. A lot of them and this was my friend's argument yesterday. They were saying they're making them, they're not giving them the choice to abort the baby. And I said, well, not for nothing, you do realize killing is wrong. And they're like, well, I shouldn't have to want to. They said, well, what if I want to hurt myself? I said, people don't realize that committing suicide is a crime. You actually can get in trouble for trying to kill yourself.
Yeah.
That is, you can't even kill yourself. Killing in all forms is illegal.
Yeah. Like if you ever been to like in therapy, whatever, and if you say something and they ask you, hey, do you feel like hurting yourself or others?
Yes.
And they don't ask you, or do you just feel like hurting others? They ask you, do you feel like hurting yourself? And if you say, yeah, they do call somebody.
You are
and they
illegally.
do.
Because if it, and this is the thing, you could tell me you're going to kill yourself, and I could know it. If I don't do anything about it, I could be subject to criminal charges.
That happened like years ago, maybe 5-10 years ago, where this girl, this dude texted this girl and he was saying all the stuff he wanted to kill himself, and she was just like whatever about it. When he did, they looked through his phone and saw, okay, he did tell you, and they did. I don't know whatever happened to this girl, but she got in a lot of trouble for it.
She probably got a pass. But they had a long time ago, they had a doctor who was creating potions or whatever. He was setting up, or people who had like terminal illnesses, cancer, AIDS, whatever the case may be, and they were going to die. He would set up this thing, this concoction, to where they would press the button.
You talking about Dr. Kevorkian?
Yes, and it would be injected with poison, whatever the case may be, to where they would die. It'd be like a lethal injection, and he would have it to where they pressed it themselves.
They made the choice themselves.
But the fact that it wasn't that they didn't, it was the fact that he allowed them to kill themselves, and he knew they were going to do that. That's where he got in trouble for.
So do you think he was wrong for doing that?
Personally, no. I think if someone's in so much pain and they feel there's no way out and they're just in pain all day, every day, I do believe it's merciful to put somebody out their misery. Just like if it was,
especially if they came to you as a doctor.
They came to me for this. Not like I just want to do this, and there was somebody who was doing that to people when they were, he just making choices. But I think he was trying to do a service that, for some reason, we have not got to a point where people can choose to do what they want to do with their bodies.
So you don't think people were wrong for coming to him there? Well, that's
I
different
think
things.
I don't know, man. That's a tough situation.
It's definitely a gray area. It's definitely because some people.
I feel like you should be in charge of you only, but I don't feel you should be in charge of someone else. And this is where the abortion thing comes in, because when is a life a life?
Yes.
When is a human important enough to where you can't just kill them? Give you an example. A lot of people say, oh, well, abortion is when they have a heartbeat and their brain activity. Well, okay, if that's the case, what about somebody who's in the hospital and they're in concussion and they don't have their brain dead right now? Right?
Yeah.
And they're getting oxygen and pumped in from a machine. Are they devalued? Are they not human at that point? So if I was to come in and just put a plug on them,
they do say that they do call it being brain dead.
Yeah.
So I mean, after a while, that decision needs to be made, and usually it's unfortunate. I never want to be the person to make that decision.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, it's such I feel as soon as you have a consummate and the sperm goes in the egg into fertile egg, it's alive. In my mind, it's alive already.
And that's the thing. Everybody has a different opinion of when, and just because, and I think a lot of people are mad that the option is being taken away, not the fact that.
Well, of course, anytime you give us something and then try to take it away, it's always going to be freaking hell.
Because just because you believe in abortion don't mean you're going to do it.
You know what get me is when you get the women who already got kids and are way past the time of having kids anymore, and then they be like, well, they had their opinion on they should allow abortion, and I'll be like, not for nothing, that's a fight that's not really for you. You're kind of out of the race.
Well,
But I get it. People still want to, have their opinion and they want to see the world, be what they want it to be.
Everybody, I mean,
I don't know.
it's a tough day. I don't.
Hey, if you like the content, y'all know what it is, man. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, hit the notification bell. We do our episodes every Monday and Friday, 4:30 Eastern time. And if you want to call in, 716-218-9317. You can call in and tell us your opinion. And if you want to donate to the channel, go to the Cash App, the Social Norm Podcast. We appreciate all y'all for donating, helping the channel grow, helping it keep the lights on. I don't know, man. It's just a wild time. It's just, I know some of my theories is crazy and out there, but
You think?
I mean, something's got to tell me what y'all solutions are. Tell me.
Listen.
I want to know what y'all think. What's the solution for all this?
Listen, I agree. I do agree. There need to be some type of solution.
Because
you have your opinion, what you think it is, and I can't even.
Give me your opinion. What's your solution?
I already gave the abortion one, but the kids.
Because we got a lot of kids out there that are getting put into sex trafficking, being abused. I already told y'all about how back in the day we had a teacher who had a girls come up and dance and shit.
Yeah, that was.
And then I used to be like, well, why we can't dance? And they be like, no, you guys can't dance.
You voluntary yourself. You don't even know what you're doing.
I knew it was extra credit. I was going to look. My stripping career was about to start right then, because I was gonna be like,
oh my god,
I was.
You needed an extra credit that bad, huh,
dude? No, I didn't need it. Who don't want extra credit?
Man, listen. If I'm already passing, I don't need no I. Like, shit, get out of here.
Look, if I got a B, I want to have an A.
Listen.
I mean, but I just knew that was some weird shit, and I realized there's a lot of that back in the day. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna always have child molesters, unfortunately. But with technology and with phones and just always, kids being more up on things, I feel like it can be exposed more. But like with anything, people who don't want to be caught are going to find out how to get around,
unfortunately,
and be sneaky,
because they take these sites down and then another one's back up. Like, I love that show, To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, why did they stop that show?
Well, because he got caught cheating on his wife and doing something else. So
see, this is the bullshit. What does him cheating on his wife have to do with him catching child molesters?
I know that, and I agree.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that was nothing but pressure from some Karen or somebody saying you shouldn't be. He's a bad representation for. I'm like, come on, man.
They could have just got somebody else to just do the show.
All right, we got my man Bored Cody. What up, man? He said hello. He said abortion is wrong. All right. Well, look, I can hear you. I can hear that. I respect it. Anybody want to call in? Y'all know what it is. 716-218-9317. Y'all give us your opinion. I mean, it's gonna be an argument that's gonna probably go for ever.
And here goes the thing. So it's illegal now. That don't mean they can't legalize it down the road.
Yeah, but let me tell you right now, usually when they start changing things, it's gonna be for a while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They ain't gonna listen. It ain't gonna be
tone is about to start coming.
Yeah.
It's like, like a short wave.
I mean, look what China did. I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head, but they definitely put a cap on how many children people could have.
I mean, China, yeah, they and I don't really know what the numbers are as far as how many children we have in America who don't have families, but they definitely need to put a cap on somebody, because people's out here, and this thing, what happens? This is what happens when you don't hold people accountable for their actions.
Yeah,
there's no repercussions for a female who's just out here fucking, and she just refuses to take any of the things that come with the pill, condoms. What's the shit that they can
What is it, IUD or I think it's called?
IUD. It's like, how much of a dummy do you have to be to keep doing the same thing? I told y'all about the time one of my cousins had got pregnant
Mhm.
at 14, got rid of it, and then got pregnant at 15. And it was like,
Yeah, and you said your aunt made her have the baby, right?
yeah. Now
That's what I mean by putting a cap on it.
Now I found out yesterday that when a girl gets pregnant, no matter what age, even if she's underage, she can have an abortion without the approval of her parents.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did not know that. And I was like, that's wrong. First off, you're having a girl go into a procedure, right?
Yeah.
A medical procedure without the approval of her parents.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Have you ever seen one?
An abortion?
Yes.
Never.
I have. Health class. I didn't see it. They showed us what one looks like.
What fucking school did you go to?
It was
Dude.
public school. So I went. Yeah.
Take y'all kids to private school.
And listen. So I saw
Okay,
this.
what was it like? Okay.
It was very. I really think we were too young to watch this.
What grade were you in?
I was in. I want to say 5th grade. I want to say
5th. Dude, we didn't have sex education in my school until we were like in 9th or 10th grade.
I was in 5th grade. So,
and it's probably based off of the area Niagara Falls. Y'all are
now here goes the thing. Now I don't know if any other class saw it.
Okay.
But I can remember this to this day. Okay. And it was I didn't go through it, but it was very traumatic to watch.
Okay, what entails an abortion? Like, tell me what. Like, okay, I'm gonna go first off. Before you tell me, I'm gonna tell you what I think an abortion is.
Okay.
I think an abortion is where they kind of like a miscarriage. Like, they literally, it has to come out of your vagina, right? I would guess. And it's like, okay, this gonna sound crazy, but this is what I always thought it was. I thought they would take like a knife and like just like a long knife and just go in like through her vagina or whatever and just like stab the egg.
What is wrong?
Because I don't know. I'm telling you,
that's not what
I thought it would be like cracking an egg. Like you
this is you thinking when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say, dude.
But I'm trying to say, like, I still have never seen one. So it's like in my mind, that's all I thought was like they just stab it and then it just pours out.
Well,
like cutting up on the egg, and the yolk and everything just comes out.
I'm gonna say this: if you are thinking,
am I close?
No.
Okay.
If you're all right, I'll let you know in a minute. If you're thinking about getting one, maybe you should Google what one looks like. You might change your mind.
Okay.
So with what I remember I was in 5th grade at the time. They laid this girl down, and she looked like she's about, how they had the legs up.
They let you see that.
Yes, they did. I don't even know if my parents. I gotta ask my parents. They know they was gonna show me this. They took like a long, like, tube thing and vacuumed the child out.
Wait a minute. What do you mean vacuum?
They
like
took a suction
it?
thing. You know how you go to the dentist and got that thing that suck all the slobber out of your teeth?
Yeah,
it's kind of like that, but it's just a bigger version. This is what I saw. And what happened was,
is it clear? Like, can you see it coming out?
Here goes the thing that was traumatic part. Okay, the traumatic part was they showed like this baby had some form to it. This baby was alive. and it basically tore this child apart. Swear to God.
Are you saying like it's ripping its body all up?
It tore his legs off first, and then it took the rest of it in. That's why I cannot. That's why I say I don't believe in it. That I cannot.
That's what it does. I'm thinking
now, mind you, this was great. How many years ago?
Did the girl have like a belly?
It didn't really show her like that. It just showed the doctor and
it just showed her like private parts.
Yeah, it just showed what happens when you do it.
So I didn't see her face and shit.
I didn't see what she
the emotion or how she's like.
No, I didn't.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, I was.
Wow,
man, I was maybe 12, 13. I can't remember. I was young though, and it was very.
You know what? And
I'll never forget it.
And that's probably 9 times out of 10. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I would guess if a woman's gonna get an abortion, she probably is going to look and see what she's actually about to do. It said this is disturbing to see it. Have
you seen it, Coach? I'm telling you, it's. And ask this. Well, if I see this person, because I know who you talk to, I'm gonna ask her, has she ever seen one?
He says, yeah, they stick a urinal. Was it
utensil?
Okay,
see,
and rip parts of the baby.
There you go.
Damn. Wow.
And mind you, this was so many years ago, and it's
embedded
into my mind.
You know what? There's some videos that when you see some things, you can never unsee it.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, and this is like when the internet was really just starting off, and they used to have these snuff videos. They still do, but it's very hard to find nowadays because a lot of blocking. But there was a video of this dude who gets just shot dead in the face with a shotgun. Face just gets blown up. Boom. And I just remember watching that.
That's like those
and I just
Faces of Death videos.
I guess it was on some site or whatever. And I just was, as a kid, I was just always remembered that. And he showed the face after he fell and shit. And I was just like, oh my God. And I to this day, I can still remember that video. I still see it. You remember 2 Girls, 1 Cup. It's just certain things you just always are going to remember. Thank God, I can't find that video. I wouldn't even want to look up that video anymore. But he said they is why people call babies jam and lumps of cells, so you can have less sympathy for the baby. And you're right. I really do believe society makes us use different terms that don't sound offensive or sound what it really is. You know what I mean? Terminate, abort. They don't want to use.
You have to do that to dehumanize them.
They don't want to use destroy or kill or murder or any of those things. They just want to. But the fact that you just described it makes me even further be like, this is wrong.
Yes.
It's not.
And we should check. Okay, so the person, I'm gonna tell this person, because I know her too. I was like, you believe in abortion. Go YouTube what one looks like. And then come back and tell me if you.
I'm gonna tell you what I believe. I don't even think it's that she doesn't believe in abortions. I think half of the women, including her, don't like that the government body, which most people look at as men, and most people look at them as white men. They don't like that they're telling them what they can't do. It's not even that a lot of the women don't want to get abortions or don't believe in abortions. I think they just don't like men telling them what they can and can't do. That's what I believe. Because otherwise, like you said, if somebody actually watched it, I don't think they would actually want to do it. Life's such a precious thing. And to say, oh, well, what if they don't want them? The kid's going to grow up. See, you don't know that, though. Yes. Are there some kids who grow up and they're fucked up from not being loved? 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But there's for every 50, 100, 200 kids. There's one kid who becomes great and becomes, achieves greatness. For every one of those, do we stop because all the other ones who are bad? No, you got to let I feel like every child a chance to see what comes about it.
Yeah. And I also do believe you don't know what you're gonna do until you're faced with it. Like, I don't have any kids. I know you do. I've never had any like woman come to me and tell me she was pregnant or anything like that.
I had one scare, and I'm gonna
And
tell
what
you.
was your thought?
Woo! It was like, you ever see? You remember the Lion King where freaking the stampede or not even stampede, the freaking his father dies, Mufasa dies, and it zooms in.
Mm-hmm.
Or not even that. I think it was right before the stampede. When the stampede was happening, it zooms into Simba and he's like, what the fuck? That's how I felt. It was like the world, life had zoomed in on me.
And she said she wanted to keep the baby.
Well, not even that. It was just like, I learned I shouldn't have been doing grown folks shit because I was not prepared for grown folks shit. Effects, cause and effect. I was not ready for it. I realized the position I was in, I was not prepared to be a father. And not even that. I know this is I can't say. I don't want to say, but the woman that scared me made me really be like, do I really want her to be my baby mother at this time? I was like, that can't be my baby mom.
The question is, did you want the child?
Did I? Hell no.
So
I didn't want the child. I didn't want her to be my baby mom at the time. I didn't want nothing to do. It scared me so much I stopped even having sex with that girl. That's how much it scared me.
So
and
if she
scared me.
so if she didn't want to keep the child, you would have been all right with that.
No, she didn't end up being pregnant.
I know. I'm just saying. Let's say she did though.
Okay, what about it?
She can't. I'm pregnant, but I don't want this child.
Okay. I was gonna be for it at that time. At that point in time, who and where I was at in my life, I'd have been all for her getting rid of that child.
Oh my!
I was like, cool, and I was like, look, I was adamant because I used to like, hey, you take the plan B. I'm gonna take it. You know how they put you on hostage mode. That's the thing I realized. When a man gives his seed to a woman, he is in hostage mode. He has she got all the power. All the power.
And like I said, everybody, that's like, look at you then versus now. Now you don't think it's right.
Well, no. I wouldn't be just having unprotected sex.
That's true.
With a woman that I don't feel is going to be my mother or my child. I don't do that no more. I learned my lesson from the scare I had. But if I didn't learn my lesson, there's a lot of people who don't learn the lesson and say, fuck it, YOLO. And they do this shit. And then you be like,
I do believe that some people just need to get snipped. Because I do know somebody with 16 kids.
How many of them do?
One man with 16.
How many does he take care of?
I can't even tell you. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I even warned one of my friends when he had 15 kids. She asked me about him. Like,
she's number 16?
I'm like, yeah, she is. I was like, I mean,
that's just.
He said, I hear you get around. I'm like, well, he kind of does.
I just don't understand. And so crazy. The woman will still say, he seduced me. So how can somebody seduce you? They got 15 kids. Exactly. He can seduce people. That's like that's like the woman knowing Dracula. Dracula coming in, and you still gonna stay your ass around he's gonna seduce you. This is what he does. Yeah. Why would you look into my eyes? Don't look into his eyes. You know what he's gonna do to you.
And the thing is, I don't even know why she asked me, because this dude is like well known in the street. And I'm like,
She asked because she just wanted to
I'm
confirm
like, you,
what she already was thinking.
I was like, you know,
He must be good in bed.
I was like,
He
you
must
know,
be a player.
and that's basically all he good at, from what I hear. He don't do nothing else.
He just fuck.
That's it.
And look, that just shows you how acceptable people can be when sex is a strong feeling, an
Mhm.
urge,
Mhm.
and it really can destroy you.
I hope he's taking care of them kids. 16 is a lot to take care of, but
What are you giving each one of them $1.50?
yeah, man, he gonna be working forever.
Yeah, or he'll get a woman who will take care of him.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you, that funeral is gonna be
It's gonna be packed.
hilarious.
It's gonna be packed. 15 kids. How many women?
Oh, it's like 7 or 8,
Mm.
something like that. Each
All
had
right,
like
so he
two-
probably had doubles with each a couple.
yeah,
of them.
it's
All right. Well, I don't know. I guess nobody want to talk about it. Anything else you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
no, I think we good. We talk about what we wanted to. We
Discuss.
said what we wanted to say.
We're gonna find out in the next few years how this is gonna play out.
I guess we're gonna be if we rule in the world. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a bet. If this end up playing out like you said, dude, I'll buy you a drink. I'll be like, you know what, you're right. Cheers.
You buy me a whole bottle.
I'll buy you a bottle.
If I say if what I just said comes to pass, yeah,
I will buy you a bottle. Like, oh well, because we're running the world. Hey, I'll be rich enough. All right, you got that. You were right. Go get me a drink.
that's what you're gonna tell the. Oh God. Hey, on that note, y'all hit the like button, man. Share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any of our videos Monday, Friday, 4:30 Eastern time. And also, hit me with the one time. You know what I mean? $1, 10 cents. I don't care. I'm good with it. Inflation high as hell though.
Love offering.
We ain't mad at y'all. Today is Monday.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like Monday. And the whole week is ahead of us, man. I want y'all to go ahead and put in the grind, put in the work, and then we'll get to Friday and we'll go ahead and enjoy the week. You feel me?
Mhm.
Hey, I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
Y'all have a good week.
Hey, it's the social norm. We out.
Daddy.